So ever since 2014, Fnaf has been my entire life. Honestly, this series has just shaped me to who I am today, and as you can see by my entire background, I'm pretty much obsessed with the entire series. However, as I got older, the games slowly lost their spark and didn't really scare me as much. However, there was something that came out in the more recent years when I was maybe, in my teenage years, until I discovered the Fnaf VHS tape series. There's so many creators out there, but I've pretty much watched every single one of them under the sun, and they've traumatized me to my core. Now in today's video we're going to be going over 3 videos that you might not have seen when it comes to Fnaf VHS tapes, but I absolutely love and genuinely scared me so much when I got older, and for me brought back the same sort of horror feeling that Fnaf can have. And for me it shows how scary the Five Nights at Freddy's series actually can be, and that's so important to me. And for me, I feel like the fact that when you look at the more recent games to where they're more child friendly, comparing them to the new VHS tapes that are coming out in the recent years, it's completely directed to different audiences, and I love that. It's definitely directed to more adult audiences, and it's perfect, and it is absolutely horrifying. So these 3 creators have smashed it out of the park, and I've specifically looked for videos that you may not have seen. So let's get straight into this video. If you do enjoy, make sure to smash the like button down below, make sure to subscribe if you like FNAF, and let's get straight into the video. Video 1, partyroom.mp4. The king of intense jump scares when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's VHS tapes is 100% Meme Bear. This dude is so talented with what he does, and oh my god, the scariness of some of his VHS tapes are absolutely insane. But partyroom.mp4 scared me so much that I genuinely had nightmares for like a week. So we start off in the FNAF 2 location, and basically we're in the party room where the paper pals are. Now I think these are somewhat of the nightmare paper pals, I'm not too sure, until eventually the camera starts, glitching out as it does when an animatronic moves into a room, until Withered Chica is staring right up at the camera. Now the thing is with Withered Chica here, she looks different. She has it's not her normal eyeballs. It's sort of like the analog horror type eyeballs, but with a little bit of a twist, and it's really uncanny. Like, seriously, look at this photo right here and stare into its eyes and tell me you don't get a little bit uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. Until as the video progresses, it's a short video as is, but the fact that it's so uncomfortable to staring into Chica's eyes when the camera flickers once more and all of a sudden the puppet shows up behind Chica and we get a really loud jump scare as Chica kind of deforms herself. It is absolutely terrifying, but that's not even the final part of the video. As after we get absolutely terrified, Chica decides to have a little bit of a heartfelt moment with us as she slowly talks to the camera, as it's the spirit talking rather than the evil part of Chica. It is her talking how she misses her mum, how she wants to go back to her family, etc. All that sort of sad, tragic things that happen in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. Until Meme Bear decides to go, you know what, let's get rid of this, sad part and go back to the terrifying part, as the picture of the kid shows back up as she continues to talk in a heartfelt way until she mentions William Afton and what he did to her, and Meme Bear decides to show us what William Afton did to her. After the face morph jump scare, Chica comes right up close to the camera as we have pretty much in Withered Chica's mouth at this stage, to where the video shows up as a creepy face and then the video ends. Meme Bear always smashes it out of the park when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's VHS tapes, and this is no different. To me, this is one of the more underrated ones considering it's an unlisted video. I will leave a link to every video I mentioned in this video in the description below, so go check them out. Go to subscribe to every single creator on here, because these videos are insane, and this Meme Bear one scared me so much you don't understand. There was something so uncanny about looking up at Withered Chica's eyes when she's looking at the camera. There's something just so terrifying about that, and I don't know what it is. It just really gave me nightmares when I was younger, and it continues to do so. Video 2, Paranormal Activity Test. Now, this VHS tape from Fox Animations is a really big twist on the VHS tape series for the Fnaf franchise, and that is we are finally getting a Juniors model Freddy VHS tape. I don't think we've seen many of them. Like, obviously we have Baddington's own models, then we have Squimpus using the actual models, and now we have a few people using their own models. But now we're getting VHS tapes with the Five Nights at Freddy's Juniors animatronics, which already are uncanny and scary as is, so this VHS tape is always off to a cracking start as soon as Freddy pops up on screen. Like, the way Freddy is just slumped over as this kind of guard is continuously electrifying him, you kind of have a feeling that he will eventually get annoyed at this security guard and, you know, kind of make a little bit of an action on him. And that's what happens. As all of a sudden Freddy basically just starts looking at the camera, and there's something so creepy about the way he's like just pupilless black eyes are just looking directly at the camera as he continues to get electrified, and then it cuts to where he's now standing up to where you can actually see like the red dot of the endoskeleton in his robot, and it's so cool. But there's something so creepy about that, the fact that he's kind of like smiling as he's like looking dead at the camera with his red eyes. And then when the camera cuts once more, he's like directly up to the camera for like a little cheap jump scare, and it's really well made because you don't really expect it. Like, you expect something to happen, but the fact that he's like so far away from the camera to where you'd kind of expect him to slowly approach the camera, right? No, it just cuts him right up to the camera, and it's so well made. To when all of a sudden the camera goes black and we are looking just directly at Freddy here, to where he decides to talk to us for a little bit until his eyes start rolling back. There you go, pupilless and black once more, as his mouth begins to just slowly open, as the kid's face just slowly comes out of his mouth, as we just get "I am coming for you, I am coming for you, I am coming for you," all in red text as music blares in our ears. For me, that jump scare is so effective, and the fact that this video is like, I think only like a minute and a half long or something, it feels like a good 5-minute video because you're so intrigued to see what's going to happen, and it's really slow paced, and you honestly just feel like you're constantly checking how long the video has gone past, and you're kind of like, this is the longest minute of my life. And it is so scary, and it's amazing because I love the fact that it's a little bit more unique than the other animatronics out there, because obviously we have the original, you know, FNAF 1 animatronics and stuff, but the fact that we're getting Juniors as well is really interesting. I know Baddington, I think, used the Juniors animatronics once or twice, but honestly, this video is one of the most underrated ones out there. I've seen it in a few top 10s, and it deserves to be in one of the top 10s for the analog horror genre in the FNAF franchise, 100,000,000%. This video is absolutely terrifying and still gives me nightmares every time I watch it. Video 3. Them. Now, have you ever been on YouTube and you accidentally scroll to the more disturbing side of YouTube? Well, that's what this next video is. This is by far the scariest analog horror video when it comes to FNAF, and that's Archive 1983, because, my god, the design of these animatronics and these videos in general, it's almost like I'm watching some sort of FNAF possession video. It really makes me uncomfortable watching every single one of these, but in a good way, if that makes any sense. These videos, the way they're all in black and white, they're all really disturbing. They have this continuous music, or not really music, it's like a sound continuously playing that almost turns into music. It's terrifying, man. This video is 57 seconds long, and it wastes no time of that, as the video literally starts straight up as Freddy's already kind of going after a kid. He's standing right beside a kid wearing a Freddy mask, to where it cuts to Toy Bonnie, to where it cuts to withered Chico with an arm coming out of her back. We already see limbs in the actual animatronic endoskeletons, like from the very start, and it's really like as if it's just chucked you right into the deep end, and it's terrifying. I don't know what it is. It's something so disturbing because we've never really seen the actual limbs of people in the animatronics. It's terrifying, and we've never seen it before, and it caught me really off guard. Like, genuinely, if this series was anything to describe it, if I could describe the series in any way, this would be if Five Nights at Freddy's was a sleep paralysis demon. That would be this video. This whole series from the Archive 1983 is terrifying. It's so disturbing, and if you genuinely just want to see creepy imagery, that is the place to go. Archive 1983, smash it out of the park with this. It's terrifying, it's cool, the design is really impressive, the animatronic like animation is really impressive, especially when you see like the hands coming out of the animatronics. It's really impressive animation, and for me it's probably the scariest ones I've ever seen when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's VHS tapes, and I couldn't recommend them enough. But that is going to be the end of today's video. Let me know what your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's VHS tapes are, or what your favorite scary ones are, because I know there's a load out there. And if I've missed any I should check out, let me know in the comments below. I really do appreciate any sort of support. Let me know you've thought of these 3 videos in the comments below. I want to hear your opinions. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, if you do enjoy horror videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 50k by the end of the year, and if we do so, I have to get a Five Nights at Freddy's tattoo. So yeah, if you want to contribute to me probably getting kicked out of my house, there you go. So thank you all so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and peace. First shot of this episode, Tammy picks this house.
Oh, what about that one?
Now, if you ask me, that is the, worst house you can pick. It has wallpaper on the outside.